What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video I'm taking my gym from this to this. Let's get after it. So for those of you who are not aware, I manage and run a gym here in Shreveport, Louisiana, and it is a pretty big gym. But for the size, there's not a lot of usable space. So I've always wanted to build a golf simulator in here because I train a lot of golfers. We have a physical therapy clinic next door. He works with a lot of golfers as well, some including Sam Burns, David Toms. So I wanted a place where golfers could come and work on their skills and train at the same time. So here's kind of a pan of the gym, 40-yard indoor turf. Those are my two pups right there. And then you come into the weight room, fully functioning athletic training weight room. We got 8 racks, a lot of room for Olympic lifts and stuff. But you can see there's not a whole lot of usable space. And then we've got this auxiliary room. So this is where we kind of keep all of our machines, keep all of our accessory stuff. And this would be a perfect simulator room, except there's just a lot of junk in the way. I mean, very organized junk, but we need this space for storage. And that's kind of the problem. We have very limited space and we still have to use the space. So it's been kind of a conundrum on how do I build a simulator without taking up space. We're gonna be using this 7-foot by 7-foot storage rack. I'm gonna use these 2x4s, plant them up against here, drill into the rack, and then I'm going to get some more 2x4s that are gonna run out. I need at least 16 inches for ball impact to where it doesn't hit the rack, so it's gonna be 16 inches out, but it's gonna fold. So this bar right here is going to hold the screen, and then it's gonna fold out from on top of the rack. And it's gonna sit here, and then we will have a fully functioning golf simulator. But the screen is an 8'2" by 8'2" gray impact screen. I've got everything drawn out. I don't know if it's gonna work or not. So I'm just gonna take you along with me, build it out. Hopefully it works. I'm gonna build the structure today, but I've just gotta build this and make sure it's functional. And then we can put everything together and then hopefully test it out. So stay tuned and let's get to building. I have to preface 2 things. Number 1, I like to think of myself as crafty, but it's not, shall you say, up to normal construction standards. So be gentle on me in the comments. Number 2, this whole project depends on my method of folding this thing out. My plan is to get 2 pieces of 2x4 and cut them diagonally, and then get this hinge, 2-inch hinge, put it on top of that, screw it in, and then kind of let it fold back on itself. If that doesn't work, I'm gonna have to come up with a whole new strategy to get this thing to work. Then if that works, I've got to cut 4 2x4s at 8 foot 3 inches. The reason I'm doing 8 foot 3 inches is because the screen is 8x2, and I want a 1-inch sag at the bottom of the screen. I want 1 inch laying down on the ground just so the ball rolls down smooth. And then I'm gonna bring the pole down that holds the screen to about 8'2", and then that's gonna bring a 1-inch sag at the bottom. From back of the rack, where I'm gonna drill in, to where the screen is gonna hang, I've got 40 inches. The front of the rack, where I'm gonna drill in the other base of the frame, is 24 inches. So I'm gonna start my diagonal cut at 26 inches and then bring it down 45 degrees, maybe a little bit sharper down there. I'll make my diagonal cut, and then hopefully that will fold back onto itself and work properly. But I've got to make the diagonal cut past that front support on the rack so I can drill in and it can you know, support the weight of the simulator. So, all right, so made my cuts, but this is what I'm thinking. Cut it, fold it down, and then it sits on itself with the hinge right there. So, we're gonna see if it works. Okay, might be onto something. I think we've got it. Beams at 8.3. These 2x4s are gonna go up against the rack like this. On the side, they've got these holes in them. And I had these 3-inch bolts laying around. I'm gonna put it through the wood, I'm gonna put the bolt through the wood and then have the nut on the other side and then just screw it tight. I'm gonna start with 2 on the bottom, 2 on the top, and I think that will hold it pretty sturdy, especially if I've got 4 posts holding that all together. But the simulator is gonna be up there because of the height of the screen. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way to get a bigger handle to fold it down, or I might just have to climb up on the rack a couple of times, but we'll solve that problem when we get there. Holes drilled. I'm gonna do a test fit just to make sure everything works as it should. I'm gonna put 1 through the top, 1 through the bottom. Oh yeah, it's in there nice. This board's a little warped, but when I screw it in, it'll be, like a glove. All right, I'm gonna get these puppies drilled in. Way better than I thought it would. Literally just bolting through there to the outside. I've got 2 more to do, but I mean, that's just how high the simulator is gonna sit. And then for a reference, it's gonna be 8'2" by 8'2", so it's gonna hang past the rack and then past kind of where those hurdles are at, but it's gonna be nice. There's Shiner, the pup. All right guys, 4 posts are in. That's the hardest part. I mean, it was easy to do. It was just time consuming because I had to get up in the nooks and the crannies. Here's what they're looking like. Super flush to the rack. The foldy bits are gonna go up there. So I'm back at Lowe's Surprisingly, this is only my second trip to the hardware store. I was thinking I'd have to make 3 or 4 trips because I forgot something or got the wrong stuff. But I'm here at Lowe's to get some longer screws to screw the folding parts of the simulator into the frame. I had some self-tapping screws, but they were like wood to metal screws. They were 3 inches. I was going to try and use those, but they wouldn't drill smoothly into the wood. So I'm going to go get some 3-inch normal screws and hopefully be able to drill that into the frame later on this afternoon, and we'll see if that works or not. All right, this is the moment of truth. I might be the dumbest person alive. Okay, so that works. I've just got to figure out a way to maybe flip it up and down in the middle. I'm not quite sure, but I'm happy with how it looks. So I ran into a small issue. The flaps on either side move too independently of each other. I thought with the pole being in the middle that they would fold pretty much at the same time, but I was wrong. So I'm gonna get a 2x4 and drill it behind the pole. So hopefully that sturdiness helps it fold together more instead of each individual flap, folding independently. So we're gonna cut this 2x4. That's the turf ball to roll it out. All right, so this is it. All set up. This is working out way better than I thought it would. The brace works perfectly. Screen has the exact amount of droop that I wanted it to. And I've thrown some balls into it and it's working out really, really nice. The only thing I am gonna have to fix is every time the ball hits the screen, those kind of scoot in a little bit. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way to keep those out and stationary. Oh yeah. Took me about 8 minutes, but I can probably trim about 3 minutes off because that was my very first time cleaning everything up and trying to do it quickly. So I'd say probably 5 minutes. All right, so I got everything moved off of the rack. I'm about to pull it out and paint. And once everything is painted, we're done. All right, paint is basically done. I think I chose the right color. I mean, it's perfectly matching the rack. All right, guys, this is the final product. Everything set up as it should be. Everything is complete, and I am super happy about this setup. It couldn't have gone any better, exceeded my expectations. Everything is working extremely well. I've only hit a few shots with a 7-iron into the screen. In another video, I'm gonna go over a full run through with all of my clubs, see if the data matches up to what I know I can hit with my clubs. Man, this is working out so well. The only thing I need is a hitting mat. I haven't found one kind of quite in my budget that I want to get yet, but this turf right here is going to work for now. As you can see, I've got the launch monitor set up. The Rapsodo is performing great so far. Graphics look really good. I've got the projector set up. I've got the iPad with the dongle that you need to hook it up to the projector. I've got the TV. Although it's not the biggest TV in the world, it will do the job for playing tournaments and sports while I'm here. I've got the full golf bag in here. I've got the entire screen filled out. The only thing, like I said earlier, that I need to do is kind of tag the ends to make sure the screen doesn't slide in as I hit it. But for now, I'll just, slide it over every few shots. Oh, that was pure. That was pure. I think I've got the offset. I never pull my shots left. So if you can see, I'm kind of offset on the projector just a little bit. I don't know if that is the case. I'm gonna try and slide the offset over even more and see if that fixes it. Screen offset, let's go over even more and see if that does anything. But I mean, the screen is super quiet. I don't know if y'all can hear it through the microphone, but the screen, at least with the 7-iron, geez, it just dampens everything very well. It's a little thin. Is it gonna go straight? Yeah, that's a lot better. I think I just need to set the offset a little bit more. But I mean, carry 163, I'm hitting my 7-iron. That is exactly how far I carry it. Total 169. It's showing my club path is pretty dead on, which I'm super happy about. I mean, yeah, everything is pretty accurate so far. Loving the Pro V1 spotted balls. I mean, this is just incredible. I've got kind of a break from work today, so I'm gonna spend some time testing it out, making sure everything works out the way it should. All right, guys, that's gonna be it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys enjoyed the build process, and hopefully you take some inspiration from this project and apply it to your own simulator. I'm gonna go over the price breakdown and other details in a future video, so make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel to see that one. If you have any other comments, questions, concerns, input, make sure to leave a comment down below as well. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.